Hello everyone, this is Inquisitor, and today I'm going to be collecting and ranking every single new hypercharge in the game. And when I'm talking about new, I'm talking about this new season, season 28, and as of this update, which is the OG update. So we have 7 hypercharges rather than 6, because I think they kind of want to speed up the hypercharge progress. I think in just a few updates, every brawler in the game will have a hypercharge, which is pretty crazy. And there's 7 this time. And obviously, I think you already know what's going to be one of the best. But let's start with one of the worst. And of course, I'll be collecting every single one. I saved them 64,000 coins just for this occasion. And wow, big shocker alert. Gale has the worst hypercharge in the set. Now, I'll say something in this set. The hypercharges are actually not that bad for this time. There isn't a useless hypercharge like last time. There was the Brock hypercharge, which was useless, but they buffed it recently. So the Gale hypercharge is the first one we're getting, and I'll tell you why this is really bad. Terrible. The Gale super will be wider now, and it shoots twice, and it pushes enemy even farther away. Now, why is this bad? One, Gale is horrible. He's not horrible because Frank is good now, so he's okay. Gale's not that good. Gale's not an aggressive brawler, and these buffs don't really do much. Gale super is not meant. Gale super doesn't need to be wider. It's already very wide. It doesn't need to shoot twice, and it doesn't need to push enemies even further away. All this stuff is redundant. The super works perfectly fine on its own. The hypercharge does not add anything of value. What would be much better for the hypercharge is if it slowed enemies down afterward. They don't have a use. But let's get this one and let's show it in a match, and I'll tell you why I think this is the worst one. Now, of course, I'll change my list if we're gonna use his best build, and we're gonna take it in. This map's awful. Bounty. Now, I want to charge this hypercharge, and I want to show what it is, what it can do. I wonder if this is fast charging. I know there were complaints with hypercharge charging slow. Like the Angelo one charged really slow, but they buffed it, so I think it's gonna move up a little bit. It's still gonna be not very good. But yeah, Gale hypercharge, honestly, it's like Gale's not an interesting brawler. His super is not that interesting. It just knocks him back, does okay damage, and it's fine. But the hypercharge just does the same thing. Okay, pretty stupid map, but it's honestly not that bad. After all, it's a bounty map. And we can charge our stuff. Of course, I'm running Merchant Gale, the OG skin that no one in the world has for some reason. It's not that hard. Yeah, look, we're already a third of the way pretty much to the super, and yeah, it's so slow. So usually the hypercharge is around 2 times. I really wish I brought the jump pad gadget right about now. I'll probably do that right after. This gadget is not good anymore. So yeah, I got the stun there. Oh wait, just saying the stun star power was pretty good with this, because we're halfway to the hypercharge basically. Such a slow. This hypercharge is insanely slow. Oh my god. We're probably not even gonna charge it. We're gonna die. They brought all good brawlers for this map, and we brought 0 good brawlers for this map. Why is there an obsession with kill right here? Was that a trade? It was a trade. We're fine as long as we don't die. Look, this hypercharge is not even close to charging, and this has been a pretty close game so far. Obviously, I did not do amazing in terms of hit. I was like, it's not charging well. But I really want to charge this. I really hope no one dies. No, don't push him. Don't push him. Yeah. We were pretty close to hypercharge. I'll do one brawl ball, see if we can get close. That's a problem with hypercharge. You cannot get them in a regular match. You can, but it has to be a slow match. And like, how many times a match is gonna be slow? He's really good on brawl ball, Gale, but this map is pretty horrendous to try charging hypercharge. We're in a pretty good position. This is a stalling position. And Gale, I don't think Gale's good. He does puny damage for the most part.
I'm just gonna rest here.
Spike's just gonna get a goal. This map is idiotic. I don't get why this always wins. It doesn't always win, but it used to win a lot.
I'm just gonna rest here.
Just score, Spike. Just score. There you go. Yeah, forget about Gale. Gale's useless. I mean, these two games, which are absolutely horrendous experience, basically shows you why this Hypercharge is useless. Actually, I do have a way for you to show you. Training grounds. So let me just show you why this is bad. It's very simple. Your regular super is like this. Yeah, it knocks them back. If you have the star power, it stuns them. The Hypercharge is not much better. So it's much wider, you see, much wider. It does 2 waves and does good damage. Yeah, it pushes them back. Doesn't push them back too much, and yeah, it's a super again. It's a super, but slightly better. Now, that case it looked good because there were many enemies, but that's never happening. Okay, done with Gale. Let's go on to the second worst Hypercharge in the set. And now, I think this is debatable. A lot of these Hypercharges are not that good this season, I promise you that. I honestly think it might be Angelo, or, yeah, it's Angelo. Angelo has this next worst Hypercharge, and I'll tell you why Angelo has the next worst Hypercharge. Angelo's a slow brawler overall, and this one, it gives him the speed and damage boost, which is good. And the Hypercharge is kind of like the Gale one. It barely changes the super. This one, it makes the super follow Angelo as he's moving around. If you're a good player, you can already adjust for the super. You don't need a Hypercharge for this. And let's get it and try it out. Trust, I'm not an Angelo player. I'm not a fan of Angelo. He's honestly really not fun to play. But let's see if we can charge it. Now, they buffed it recently. They made it charge much more. Before, it probably is the worst Hypercharge. They made it charge much more now. And, hey, this is really good. This is really good now. Like, if we don't charge it in this map, then, yeah, we're never charging it in any other map. So I really want to know, they nerfed the supercharge, but they buffed the hypercharge rate. I want to know how fast it takes to charge. That's pretty slow. Like, we're doing full hits here. Look, 2 kills, and this is... Yeah, we're not even close to the hypercharge. Yeah, I remember I played Angelo for the championship challenge, and I didn't even get close to hitting the hypercharge. Now, Piper is broken right now, so yeah. Everyone plays Piper. It's like, oh, Piper is Hypercharge, which, spoiler, is going to be pretty high up. We must play Piper now, because I think Piper is a brawler that takes skill, so therefore, if I use Piper, people will think I'm good. Okay, we have the Hypercharge. So let me show you what this does. You have to tap the super while in the Hypercharge, do it, and now the super follows you around. Now, okay, we got the Piper and we're also healing because of the star power. And there, that's it. We got value. We did good with it. And it's good, but think about it this way. If I put the super down, would it change that much? Personally, I think not. We got the kill because of the poison area. That's, I think, a good. But that was a rare case scenario. For the most part, Pipers aren't idiotic, and they're not just gonna hop into the enemy team and die. So that was not a good explanation. Though this kind of showed this Hypercharge off. I think this would probably be way higher in a more professional play. But since we're in Brawl Stars, we have Kit exists. We have Piper exists. Piper in low skill lobbies exist. Yeah, this is not a great Hypercharge. So next we have, I think it's between 3 actually. It's Rico, Barley, and Ems. I think they're all pretty equal in the Hypercharge quality. I'm gonna say Barley. I'm gonna say Barley right now. I think Rico's better than Barley. Ems is the best out of all. Barley has an interesting Hypercharge because it's kind of like Brock. You think it's not as good because this, instead of shooting 5 with their super 5 big brews, it shoots 3 big brews with the super. But these are so huge. this covers so much area, and it destroys bushes on impact, but it does not change damage. You're gonna see a damage boost because of course, the fact that the Hypercharge increases damage by 25%. But this is simply not, I don't think it's gonna be that good. Probably worse than the Angelo one, and we're gonna use it in a match. Now, basically, this does better than the Barley Super at controlling area, which is good. Though, as a Hypercharge, it's pretty much the same thing. Like, you'll see all the low Hypercharges don't really add too much to the Super that makes it good. It just makes it a little more effective in more case scenarios, like more versatile. And this is no different. Terrible map for Barley. Absolutely terrible map for Barley. Though I'm the only legendary player in this lobby, which means they're all gonna cower in fear when they play against me. So this Hypercharge, I used it before during the challenge, and that gadget was not a deliberate choice. It charges kind of slow, honestly. It's not a very good charger. We might not even charge it in this game. This map. See, they shouldn't allow maps like this to be put in map maker, because it's literally just empty experiences. Mandy's dead. Okay. So I like this skin a lot. This is a skin we got from the starter. So basically, I'm playing more defensive. Like, how are you supposed to play in this map? You're not supposed to. Not to mention Stu is arguably one of the biggest Barley counters. Super here, gonna get hit no one, but it separates still. Okay, we get the kill. Fine. Halfway to a Hypercharge, almost, more like 40%. This Hypercharge is slow, honestly. I shouldn't even target Stu. Stu's too fast for me. Pretty terrible match. I want a map like the one we got with Angelo. That was a good map. But let me just show you in action, because this one, it doesn't really matter, personally, I think. Whether or not, like, you can just see the difference. This is the normal Super. It's an area controller. It's fine. It's okay. The Hypercharge Super shoots 3 in a bigger area. As you see, 1, 2, 3. Now, it doesn't speed it up. It just shoots it in a much bigger area. Now, it's a much bigger area. Look at this area. But it's a much bigger area, but it's like, is there anything special? Also charges insanely slow. I don't know. I don't think it's anything special. And the next one we're gonna do is the Rico Hypercharge. Rico Hypercharge, I don't think is that good. Well, very creative. Rico's Super projectiles bounce even further. Wow. Insanely creative from the Brawl Stars developer team when they made this one. This is just the mutation, which if you did not know, the mutation was broken. But this is a nerfed version of the mutation, so it's not as broken. But I still think this is decent, mainly because Rico is a good brawler. So this Super should be pretty good. And of course, this Hypercharge will be very popular, as Rico is the next Hypercharge skin, which are like regular skins that are 800 gems. Like, ow, that's a lot. So let's try to get some wins with this one. I just want to use the Hypercharge, that's it. Like, the Angelo one was good, and of course. See, this is what happens when you play Mapmaker. Now, Rico Elise is a long-range brawler, so we should be a little more fun. Like, we have a good shot. I like the skin a lot. It's pretty cool. Now, like, honestly, these matches should show you the state of Brawl Stars right now. It's just so no skill because literally everyone's like 2 years old. Now, I'll tell you something very good about this Hypercharge. It charges insanely fast. This one's probably even better than M's, who's up next, just saying. Now let me show you what this one does. it bounces. It bounces a little bit more. Like that's it. It's like, okay, I could have done the exact same thing with the regular. So this is the problem with it. It charges one of the fastest in the whole update. There's no way Rico did not kill me right there. Okay, now I did. And I killed him. Like, you saw it happen. It charged fast. Yes. And look, oh, I got play of the game by killing one person who was standing still. Now, the only reason this is decent, not because of the super. The super barely changes. This is technically the worst hypercharge in terms of effect in the whole game, personally. But Rico's good. Rico will use the hypercharge really well. And it charges fast. So therefore it gets a lot of points. Pretty awesome. It's insanely lame. Like, when you just take a mutation, put a hypercharge, no one likes it. Next, we have Ems. And Ems has a fun hypercharge that is, you think it's not good, but it's really good. And of course, it's very small print, so that's how you know it's good. The super will now push back enemies near you to the outer edge of the super, so it still stays to the super. If an enemy was on the edge of the super, they're gonna stay in the super. They're not gonna be pushed away. And it also has a dose of damage that will do insane damage. Very good. And I want to show you this one. Now, what's the chances we get a decent bounty map? Absolutely 0. So if we get a bad bounty map, please don't open one. Okay, this is an open one. I don't care what anyone says. So basically, if you this hypercharge is Ems. I like Ems. I think Ems is a decent brawler. But yeah, I think Ems is a decent brawler. We died right there, but Ems is enjoyable. I think Ems is like a good original area denial. I'm dead. Oh, but I got a kill there. So we want to get the hypercharge, which honestly charges a little bit slow, in my opinion. We're not going to get much value unless it's on the Fang. I think Fang we can get value. Honestly, the super is not that good. I'm super. So I think, okay, one death, we'd lose the game. Simple as that. Please don't die. Please don't die. We're so close to hypercharge. Wow. Okay, time to play with people who actually know what they're doing. And we're talking about here, the bot in practice match. I did not want to come down to this. I did not want to come down to the bots. But the bots help you, show you. And also these bots have like, even the bots are on the Franken meta right now. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna win against bots. And you know what's amazing about bots? You know why I like bots so much? You know why they're my favorite player? They just feed you. There's absolutely no way those bots are gonna win. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna farm these guys because I wanna get the hypercharge. Please don't die. Please don't walk in there. Heal up, heal up, heal up, heal up. Please, my teammate better not kill them. Okay, so you do this, you push them back, you do damage. Now, we didn't get it, that was not last resort, just training battle. See, it's so hard to test hypercharge. Like, hypercharge does happen, but only like ranked. So what it does, you put the hypercharge, you tap the super, it bounces them back to the end of the range, the sweet spot of the range. And it barely changes its look. Decent one, but now let's go to the good ones. There's 2 broken hypercharges in this set, Piper's and Frank's. And oh, big shocker, Piper's second. Because Piper's hypercharge is really, really good, bopping. Piper drops more bombs as she departs. She departs super fast, and she destroys terrain when she lands on the ground. So meaning she can break walls on both sides, she can knock back enemies when she lands, and she moves super fast. Now I'll tell you the main reason I think this hypercharge is broken. 1, Piper's broken. This is an actual match. This is not a bot match. 1, Piper's really good. 2, the best part is the speed boost. Piper's super is so slow. Enemies can just walk to the other end and kill you. But with this, Piper's super is super fast. And will also knock back. Now, people are really bad at the game. So what they do is they get this hypercharge, they charge it, they put it on, then charge right into the enemy, hoping that her little knockback zone when she lands is actually going to do any damage. Now, what's the bad... Why is this not a good idea? Because remember, you're playing Piper, you're not playing Edgar. You can't just hop into the enemy and expect to win.
You're welcome.
So we're going to get lots of value from that super right there. That's very good. I probably should have swapped gadget. Honestly, quite a slow loading hypercharge, so it's not that bad. I only need one hit, I think. There we go. So we got the hypercharge, and let me show you how to correctly use it. You go to Fang here, you tap it, you jump to the other end, we do damage here, and we die. That's a very good showcase of the hypercharge. Well, no. In reality, what you do this is you broke the wall. See, we broke a wall right here, and we're gonna die. Wait, we broke the wall right here, and we broke the wall over there. You see over there? So this is a good map opener, and Piper needs map openers, because Piper is not good without the map. He's too smart. He stunned me right before. Like, I can't wait for a day in Brawl Stars where every single person decides to play bow, and every single boring brawler imaginable, like Gale. And we won that match. We did pretty good because Piper's good, right? Piper's good. I wish I got to play the game. Jumped into enemy and died. Now let's go to the broken one. This one's wow, big surprise. Frank, best brawler in the game. Who would think that? And a seismic smash, best hypercharge in the game. Frank super becomes 360. That's it. Simple as that. No questions asked. And why is this good? I'll tell you why it's good. Because Frank gets a 25% shield during the hypercharge. Frank has insane health bar during the hypercharge. And with this active noise cancelling, Frank becomes unkillable. Now, you know what? Let's do this in a ranked match. I'm in bronze rank. There's no way we lose. And this is a good map for Frank. So let's do it, mate. And since we're in bronze, we can just go beeline straight for Frank. Pick him up. And let's use it. Hypercharge. Broken hypercharge. You know what? From now on, I should test stuff in ranked. Because you can just insta-pick a brawler in ranked now. Okay, come on. Come on. We need the enemy team here to actually pick brawlers. We're gonna win. 100%. Our comp is actually really good. So, let's go. Now, the enemy team is also good. Except for Mandy. Mandy's terrible. And of course, we're bringing the best Frank skin along. Now, why is Frank good right now? For people who need a history lesson on Frank. Frank is terrible, but now Frank is good. But why is... There's absolutely no way we already got the hypercharge. Almost charged. Another thing about Frank. Frank has the tank trait, meaning he charges his hypercharge by taking damage. I'm almost at my hypercharge. I have my hypercharge ready. Because... Oh my god. We're on a rush in. We're on a rush in. I'm gonna show you why this thing is broken. Hypercharge. Hit them. No. Okay, we got absolutely no value from that. This is... You know, I'm not a Frank player, okay? Cut me some slack. So, Frank is good. That hypercharge was really, really broken, as you saw right there. It got a lot of value. But the truth is, there is no truth. Truth is, Frank is good. With this gadget, Spike can't do anything to me. Please don't come after me. Frank cannot die. That's Frank's skill. That's Frank's skill. He can't die. We're gonna win. I have my harbor charge. I'm gonna charge it, but please don't get hit by... Oh my god. We're gonna die. I need to go on the other side. Please don't die. We're gonna go in. We're gonna get the last kill. This is gonna be a movie magic moment. Hypercharging. Mandy, run away, Mandy. Run away. Okay, there's no way we missed the super. Doesn't matter, we won the game. Oh, look, finisher moment. We got star player. We're amazing player. That was an amazing game to end off the day. Like, we got silver 1 rank. Silver 1, so impressive. I grinded like 10 hours today to get that. No, I didn't. It took like 10 minutes. And that was it. You see, Frank is broken. Ultimate lesson of the day. Get Frank Hypercharge if you want to win. All the operators terrible against Frank. But yeah, that was me collecting and ranking every single Hypercharge in the game for this update. Thank you, and this is the Inquisitor signing off.